This is ScapeIRL, my hardcore Iron Man where anything I do in-game, I must also do in real life. That means anytime I spend training a skill in-game, I must also train its real-life equivalent for at least the same amount of time by the end of the episode. That also means that any in-game quest or activity that I do, I must do its real-life equivalent by the end of the episode. The purpose of this series is to see how RuneScape can be used to achieve real-life goals and progress. Thanks for tuning in. Alright guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be starting off by killing chickens because I need some feathers to get to level 35 fishing. I'll be fishing for trout and salmon for, I'm going to assume, about an hour. I think that should get us level 35 fishing, so we need a decent bit of feathers, but I'll probably kill chickens for about 3 or 4 minutes. Right now we're starting off at 2:49, so we can subtract that from whatever time that we end at to see how much time we have to train strength in real life at the end of the episode. So I'll be back when I think that I have enough feathers to get to level 35 fishing. Alright guys, so I got 320 feathers from killing chickens for 5 minutes, which gave us a strength level, so we're level 16 strength now. Should be enough feathers to get to level 35 fishing. Now, even though it's just for a couple minutes, I do have to train strength in real life for 5 minutes now at the end of the episode, so we'll add that to all the things we have to do at the end. Alright guys, we are here at the river. It is now 2:55. We're going to go for either an hour or until we get level 35 fishing, whichever one comes last. Right now we're at 24, so we got 11 levels to go. We are 28 minutes in, and we've gained 6 fishing levels. That gives us a level 30 fishing, which is a nice unlock. We can now catch salmon. Right now, I assume that about the hour mark is when we're going to get level 35 fishing, maybe a few minutes after, but we'll see. The reason why I want to get to level 35 fishing is because I want to unlock the first boss of the series, which is Temperos. Now, not only do I have to get to level 35 fishing to do Temperos, also I'll need to complete a real-life challenge. I'm going to give myself 3 options when it comes to unlocking Temperos in real life. Number 1, I can catch 5 fish during a rainstorm. Number 2, I can catch 10 fish in a kayak without leaving the kayak. Or number 3, I can do some viewer-provided challenge, which you can leave in the comments if you have a good one. Also, if you have a preference between number 1 and 2, go ahead and leave a comment and tell me which one you think is better. Alright guys, so just under an hour, and we have got level 35 fishing, which, as you can see, unlocks Temperos. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the hour and maybe do one more inventory, and that'll be it for fishing. Alright guys, so that's it for the hour. Now we have to go and cook all the fish that we caught, so that should get us a good bit of cooking experience. After that, we'll train some agility, which I have a good idea for the real-life agility for this episode. Alright, we are starting at 3:57 and at level 27 cooking. Once we cook all of our fish, our cooking level will be our highest skill, so I'm excited to see where that gets us. We are 3 minutes in, and we already have level 30 cooking, so 3 cooking levels in 3 minutes. Pretty good XP so far. There is level 35 cooking. There is 36 cooking, making it my highest skill now. Okay, that is all of the fish cooked. It took us about, I'm going to round it up to 20 minutes, and we got to level 37 cooking. Now it's time for some agility. Alright, we are back at the Draenor Rooftop Agility course. Right now it is 4:39, so we can go ahead and get started. It's level 18 right now, so I'm hoping to get to level 20 pretty quick so I can go and do the Alcarid Agility course. There is level 20 agility. Alright, I'm here in Alcarid. Now that I'm level 20, I can do the Rooftop Agility course here. Alright, so after training agility for about 20 minutes, we've gotten to level 22 agility. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to a quest. Alright, so I'm here at the Lumberj Swamp Shed. I'm going to take a tool, which is going to be a spade, because we're going to be going and completing X marks the spot, which you need a spade for. So for the X marks the spot quest, we basically are completing a clue scroll. So the real-life equivalent of completing X marks the spot is actually going to be the same as it is for completing clue scrolls. So this episode will give you a little sneak peek when it comes to the future when we actually get to complete clue scrolls. Our first step is to dig here next to this house. That gives us the next step, which is right behind Lumberj Castle. If we dig right here, we get a strange device, which I've already completed this quest many times, so I feel bad that I can't give a more real quest experience, but I already know where this next one is. For this cipher, all you have to do is take each letter and replace it with the letter that comes before in the alphabet, which gives you Draenor Pigpen. Alright, so if we dig in the pig pen, we're going to get an ancient casket. Now off to complete the quest. Alright, so there's X marks the spot complete. So we're going to have to complete X marks the spot in real life at the end of the episode. Now this quest actually gives us a nice experience lamp, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on Slayer. I also am going to be getting a beginner clue for this quest, so that's nice. And I can start stacking clues, which is really nice for me. This is going to be 300 XP on Slayer, which should get us to level 4, which is pretty nice, seeing as we haven't done a single task yet. Alright, so I leveled up my strength in the last episode, which means my attack and defense need to catch up. Right now I'm going to kill cows for about an hour, see what level that gets my attack to. If I get to level 20 attack, I'll switch back to strength to get that back up. But yeah, let's see how far it gets us. Right now it's about 1250. That means we'll stop at 150. Alright, I just got done with the first trip. I'm already at level 5 attack, a little over 5 minutes in. And I also got a beginner clue scroll box, so in the next episode we'll have to be doing, or at least trying to do, those 2 clue scrolls. Alright, I just got to level 10 attack, about 15 minutes in. Alright, so we just got done with the hour. I got to level 19 attack. Now that means I have to do 1 hour of real life attack training at the end of the episode. There's one more thing that I want to do in-game in this episode. I'm here in the Draenor Village Market. I'm going to go ahead and talk to Olivia and buy some potato seeds and head south of Falador and start my farming. I went ahead and bought a rake and seed dibber. I'm going to rake all the patches and plant my potato seeds, and hopefully we get a level. Alright, there's level 2 farming. Alright, all of the patches are raked. I'm going to go ahead and put all of the weeds in the compost bin. And that is 3 minutes of farming that I have to do in real life now. That's going to do it for all the in-game activities in this episode, so let's go over what we have to do in real life. So for the real life portion of the video, I will need to train strength for 5 minutes, train fishing for 60 minutes, train cooking for 20 minutes, train agility for 20 minutes, complete the real life equivalent of X marks the spot, train attack for 60 minutes, and train farming for 3 minutes. I'm not going to show you my full workout because I only had 5 minutes of strength training to do, but for bench press I did 5 sets of 3 reps with 335 pounds. Alright guys, I'm here at this river, starting my hour of fishing, so let's get right into it. Another smallmouth bass, another little guy. Definitely can't keep this one. Alright, that was the only fish I caught at that first spot. Now I'm moved to spot number 2. Alright, fish number 2, another little largemouth bass, tiny guy. Onto the cooking training. I decided to make an omelet. I made the omelet with 6 eggs, some peppers and onions, and I also made a half cup of rice. In total, between the rice and the omelet, it was 27 minutes of cooking. So that is the real life cooking completed for the episode. Alright guys, so for the agility training, I'll be rock climbing, specifically bouldering, outdoors. I have this big boulder here. That'll keep me occupied for the 20 minutes I have to train agility. So yeah, let's get right into it. All right, just got done bouldering. I actually did it for 40 minutes instead of 20, so kind of overshot that, but that's agility training complete. All right, guys, so for the X marks the spot quest, we're going to be doing what we'll be doing for any clue scrolls that we do this series, and that's geocaching. So geocaching, it's an app, and it's like a high-tech treasure hunting game where there's a GPS that tells you the approximate locations of containers that are hidden, and when you find the container, you open it up, there's like a logbook, you can put your name, and you can log on the app when you found one. I'll put the link for the download for the app in the description, but that's what we'll be doing for all the clue scrolls in this series. Alright guys, so we found the first geocache of the series. We'll be doing this for every clue scroll. This one's a little one. They're not always this tiny. Sometimes they're big enough where there's a bunch of items inside and you can take one out and put something of yours inside. But yeah, this is a little one. I'm gonna open up the logbook and put my name in there, and yeah, that's the X marks the spot quest complete. For the attack training, I went to a wrestling gym. Here's me hitting a quick throw. I was here for an hour, and that's the attack training completed. For the farming training, I'm lucky enough to have my own garden, which I watered for 3 minutes, and that's the farming training completed. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any ideas for what you want to see in the next episode, or if you have any ideas for real life equivalents, go ahead and leave a comment. And lastly, if you want to see the next one, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.